Okay, guys, we should be live here. Everything looks like it's working. Let me just double check over here. Chat's up and running. If anybody's here, give me a shout in the chat. Okay, cool. I see Leah is in the chat. Hey, Leah, thanks for joining me for this live episode of the Watchlist. We'll just give a couple seconds to see if somebody else comes in here. Sound and stuff is okay for you guys watching, is it? I see. Let me switch over. I have a live chat screen here for you guys. I have all some fancy looking graphics up and running here. So you should be able to see the chat here as well as me. So Leah's in there. Hey Leah, and film blogger Sam. Thanks for checking this out, Sam, as well. Sam has a cool channel. Check that out if you haven't seen his channel. Check it out. We've an upcoming Inside My Movie Collection episode with Sam coming up soon. I won't say any more than that at the moment. We'll keep it a secret. Cool. I don't mean to sit and say nothing. Seems to be a bit of a delay in me saying stuff and then like you guys answering me. So it's live. We're a couple of seconds behind. Cool. So we'll give a few more minutes. Yeah, no spoiler, Sam. We'll give a few more minutes to see if anybody else turns up before I kind of get into doing this live episode of the watch list here. What have you guys been up to today? I just not rearranged, but I kind of reconfigured all my books. Is that even right? Reconfigured. All my books in the, I'm in the office now filming this live stream. I would like to do a live stream in where I shoot my YouTube videos with my Blu-rays and stuff behind me. It's just this. I have a desktop PC in here, which is a little bit better to stream off of instead of a laptop that's about to die. That's all I have to do in there. Thanks, Leah. Leah is a good friend of mine. She's a big supporter of the channel. Waiting too long. Sam's jumping in. Sorry, so I have this screen you're seeing here on the stream. I have the chat. Yeah, so Sam just jumped in there when he just watched Dawn of the Dead 4K. Sam, don't get me started on Dawn of the Dead 4K, man. So it looks like Second Sight have kind of they've sent out their copies to their customers who could order from them. I think I spoke about this on my channel before. I couldn't order directly from Second Sight. They were only shipping to UK, and I'm Ireland, so it's not UK. So I had to order through UK Amazon. And I was checking it today, Sam. I'm still getting a delivery date of like the 24th or something of November. So Amazon usually do give a later date and then deliver way earlier than that. So I'm wondering if Second Sight are fulfilling their own orders first and then giving stock to somebody else. Not somebody else, Amazon maybe. Figure something like that's kind of happening. Elliot's just jumped in as well. Hey Elliot, thanks for checking out the live stream here. Hopefully this turns out pretty good, guys. This is my first live stream doing it on my own. I was on our good friend Cinema Dave. I was on a live stream with him, and I'm using this OBS studio and everything. It's all new to me, so hopefully I can keep up with the comments and stuff for you guys. I guess we've enough people that I can probably just kind of start this episode of the watch list. So if you guys are familiar with the channel, I mean, you all watch, so you know I kind of every couple of weeks I'll do an episode of what I call the watch list. I think everybody kind of calls it their watch list, don't they? This chair is super noisy, it's really annoying me. Everybody kind of has their watch list videos, so I kind of try to do one every 2 to 3 weeks, just to kind of, you know, I kind of hit this phase where I was buying, and I was just kind of like, man, nobody's talking about, you know, we all have our end of month videos and they are super cool and I love doing them and I love checking out what everybody else is able to pick up and stuff. And I just kind of thought, like, at some point we need to start talking about stuff we buy but we don't watch. So what I did was I got back to this main screen image here for you guys. So I have this kind of really old Star Wars Stormtrooper hardback notebook here. So what I'll kind of show you guys is I'm pretty old school. I like a pen and a notebook myself. So I have sections inside of this. So here we go. It's like, this is my 4K. This is 4Ks I've bought and haven't watched, and I scratched them out as I watched them. So I spoke about this notebook on the watch list before and kind of said I must show it sometimes. So I have my Blu-ray section. We're slowly making our way through the Blu-rays. There's a bit more progress on these 2 pages. Sneak peek into some stuff that might be coming up on the watch list at some point. DVDs, I have an absolute load of DVDs I bought and never watched. 3 pages of DVDs bought and never watched. What else have I gotten here? A couple of laser discs I bought and never watched, and there's some VHS in there as well. So I just thought it might be fun to kind of open with that Star Wars notebook. This is the infamous notebook I spoke about on the watch list before. That's my list. I like to, once I watch something, and I'll scribble it off and kind of see where we're getting with the going through the collection. Yeah, Elliot, I do recommend OBS. It seems pretty cool, pretty easy to use here. I done multimedia and graphic design and all that sort of stuff. So all these on the screen. Sorry, I'll just jump back to the chat here so you can see. So Elliot was talking about using OBS. Yeah, it's really easy to put together stuff like this for, you know, different scenes and stuff. What I am gonna have to figure out is bringing somebody else in on the stream to do a live stream. It kind of seems like that's a whole thing, but we'll deal with that whenever we need to kind of get to that. But yeah, so I suppose we'll just kind of get into it here. We'll start going through the stuff I have. I've like about 13 things here for you guys to talk about in this episode of the watch list here. So we're gonna jump back to this main screen here. This first one up here, guys. These are, oh my god, when did I start watching? This stuff was kind of I think this was kind of leading up to Chris is after jumping into the chat. Hey Chris, how are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm just about to start going through the movies here, Chris. Yes, the first one up here, I was kind of, you know, I think I spoke about it. You guys probably saw all my, you know, the horror picks kind of series I was doing. I decided I wanted to do a whole load of kind of, you know, all those horror picks videos. So I started watching horror stuff back in like August, I think, like early mid-August. I start watching horror stuff for those horror picks videos. So kind of by the time October came around, I was kind of done with the horror stuff. So I first one up here in my watch list. You probably you've seen, if you've watched my end of month video just gone there for October. I got a kind of a whole haul of like old DVDs. Not old, they were new DVDs, but like old movies. Ride Along was my first one. Sorry, as I figure out my sides here on my webcam. This is Ice Cube, Kevin Hart, Ride Along. This is a kind of funny. Oh, do you know what? I put this on. I wanted something fun that, like, you know, didn't have a whole lot of thinking behind it. It's just a funny movie to stick on, and it was pretty kind of funny. Who directed this? Tim Story directed this. There's the back there. I got this in a bunch of DVDs off my friend Colin, fairly cheap. So a kind of a DVD haul that I talked about. But yeah, Ride Along. That was the first one that I watched up for this episode of the watch list, episode 9 of the watch list here. So we're getting there. Yeah, Ride Along. It's pretty, you know, it's okay for what it is. A funny kind of comedy. If you wanted something, as I said, not too serious, you can just kind of stick it on and not really think too much about it. Yeah, Ride Along is the first one there. Vanessa's just jumped into the live chat there. Thanks, Vanessa, for watching here. I'm kind of I'm just starting going through the movies here. Ride Along was the first one there. Next one up, I do. Oh yeah, so you guys will see my social media on screen here, Twitter and Instagram. I do kind of post about what I'm watching as I go along, so it's kind of like a quicker insight into upcoming episodes of the watch list. So I don't post everything that I watch though, because I like to keep some secrets for you guys here for the video. But again, this was another one out of that DVD haul. This is Batman: The Dark Knight Returns Part 1, DC Universe Animated Series. Again, this was in that haul. Big fan of Batman. You will kind of see right here as I still figure out my sides. This is Batman and Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Batman Forever, Batman Returns, all kind of Batman 35mm trailers that I've collected as a projectionist. Big fan of Batman. So Batman Dark Knight Returns Part 1. I will kind of say, I think I spoke about it in a recent Inside My Movie Collection episode. I'm not a big, like a huge fan of like animated stuff. I would watch it. And this one was pretty cool, pretty decent. There was a super cool score and soundtrack to this one, Batman The Dark Knight Returns. So now I'm kind of, part 1, so now I need to get part 2. So if you guys have seen any of these, jump into the chat and let me know there. I can see everybody's kind of all talking away. That's really cool. If you've seen any of these or anything, just let me know as we're going along here. So Batman Dark Knight Returns Part 1 was the next one up. Again, with this one, guys, I'm Captain Zeno. Hopefully that's I'm pronouncing that correct. He's in the chat there as well. Awesome. Elliot and Vanessa are talking away there. Really cool. The next one up, I spoke about this. I feel like I've been talking about this on a bunch of like the animated Batman the Animated Series, Elliot the 90s. That's cool. I need to get that whole box set of that as well at some point. I have seen a couple of people talk about deals, but I'm kind of like pre-order maxed out at the moment. I need to kind of stop with the pre-orders. Batman 4K collection, Chris, is fantastic. I have the Nolan 4K collection box set, the 3 of them. Those are in there, and the first 4 Batman movies I picked up as soon as they came out. Actually, the whole complaint about the US releases of those 4K Batmans, the slipcovers were really nice, and they kind of had the not hologram, but the kind of shimmery, in the light, and the European releases didn't. Man, that really annoyed me. Sometimes Warner Brothers and these European releases, they cheap out on the European releases. Anyway, speaking of Warner Brothers, Batman the TV series, complete TV series. I'm still on season 1 of this, guys. I'm making my way through really, really slowly. This Batman box set. I think I've said it before in a couple of things. It's a bit too pause app at times, so I feel like I say this every episode of the watch list when I talk about this. I get a couple of episodes in, and then I kind of get like, man, I can't with this thing. I have to kind of duck out at some point. But yeah, I'm kind of up. I've one more disc left for season 1. Catwoman came into it the last watch list I think I talked about on here on the channel. So we're kind of getting there really slowly. I'm going to jump back to the live chat window here. As you can see here, guys, everybody's chatting away. That's really cool. Yeah, copy Vanessa and be a minimalist. Bam pow. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. As much as I appreciate the minimalist stuff, Vanessa, I don't think I could part with all my junk behind me in these videos. I applaud it, but it's not something I could do. As you guys know, I like to collect a little bit of everything that I can here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in the comments here. Too many pre-orders. I know, Vanessa. It's crazy at the moment. And Elliot as well. Yeah, I have and the Criterion, the Barnes and Noble thing just started last night, didn't it? Their 50% sale, which I can't take part in over here in Ireland. So I do have a Criterion on the way. That I'm gonna have like an unboxing at some point on the channel, because I want to. Sorry, I'm just get myself comfortable here. I will have an unboxing of a Criterion thing. It's on the way, and I don't want to say more than that because it's something I've wanted for a while. So yeah, we'll get there in the end. Leah said your collection is incredible. Thanks very much, Leah. Yeah, I'm in this. So just sorry guys. So I said at the start. So some of you will know because we filmed a couple of Inside My Movie Collection episodes. This is in like my office setup, so of the vinyl and stuff behind me. So the Blu-ray collection stuff that I normally have in my YouTube videos is my other room. I can't live stream in there. I have a desktop PC in here that's just a lot better setup than doing it in there. So we'll go back. We'll talk about a few more. Next one. This was a first time watch for me. Did you know what I picked? So I don't know if a lot of you guys, I don't know. I feel like I always say this stuff over and over, and I've said it probably like 4,000 times in all the videos. J Movies and Media is in the chat there as well. Thanks for checking out the video here, the live stream video. See, I'm already stuck in video mode. Thanks for checking out the live stream. So you guys know I'm a projectionist in the cinema I work in. I've been doing that for a long time. We also I work part time as a projectionist now, and Vanessa just said she just spotted my live Pearl Jam. Yes, I have over here. This is Pearl Jam live on 10 legs. That's the vinyl box set. It's a really nice vinyl box set that's kind of hard to get. My sister got that for me for my birthday, just gone this year, just back in August. I'll have to move a little bit. I have a Pearl Jam. This is all my Pearl Jam CDs, and that's like a record player. Pearl Jam live at Wrigley Field, Matt. I know Sam will appreciate that stuff. Yeah, Sam's jumping in there. If I absolutely wreck this angle, bear with me. This is going to look terrible, but bear with me. If I move up, you'll see my massive Pearl Jam Chicago flag, and I see a bunch of other cool collectible stuff up there. We'll leave that for another time. So what was I saying about? Yeah, so you guys know I work in the cinema, and I do. I'll grab that out in a second, Vanessa. I'll go grab it now. Hang on 1 second. This was so I'm gonna have to move back a little bit here. I got this online, or my sister. I got it online, on behalf of my sister for me. It might be hard to. It's probably going to be hard to see on this angle here, but the side of the box kind of got a little bit wrecked. So if I open this up really quick here, you get a bunch of cool stuff in this. You get the CD of the album as well. You get like a replica backstage pass kind of a thing. What else do we have here? We have, Pearl Jam's like their live concert posters are really cool, so you kind of get like 4 different kind of art prints in that as well. These are these next things. This is the thing I love in this box set. So you get I see here, you get the vinyl, obviously the vinyl album live on 10 legs, and you get these record sized like stills, like glossy stills of each member of the band. Stone, Matt Cameron, Mike McCready, Jeff Ament, and the man himself, Eddie. They're really cool, and they would fit in that frame that I have there. That's their vinyl. That's their vinyl frames out of IKEA. They're not that expensive. I would love to put these 5 prints in frames like that and put them somewhere here in the office. I just don't have the room, the wall space at the moment. Let me get this out of the way 1 second. Yeah, I just don't have the wall space. There is I'm not going to start turning the camera around. This is going to be crazy, but there's just frame stuff everywhere in here, and there's no wall space left at all. Brian is in here as well. Thanks for checking out the live stream, Brian. So going back to the kind of watch list stuff. So you guys know I'm a projectionist and I work in the cinema part time, and we have a a small like bookshop that we sell Blu-rays and DVDs in as well. So I work down in the book and DVD shop as well. I don't know why I call it a DVD shop, but yeah, if you've seen, I've done a recent video on the 4K stuff. Like DVD is still the main seller, and even in working the shop, it still is. But anyway, I'm making a long story longer here for you guys. I picked up a couple of, I would always kind of pick up stuff and work in the shop before I would go home off a shift, and I kind of got interested in this. And what's kind of interesting enough in this, there's an actress in this movie. So this is an 88 films release. This is who directed this one? Umberto Lenzi. Sam might know a little bit about this. Sam knows about the Giallo stuff. Paranoia, this movie. Carol Baker's in this, and Jean Sorel. I don't one year French, so apologies if I'm pronouncing these wrong. The cover of this really intrigued me, and this has a slip. This is the 88 films, the Italian collection. The slip has a kind of a really like a rubbery feel to it or something. It just I was like kind of moving stuff on the shelf in the shop, and I kind of thought like, man, that's kind of interesting. We just get the usual, the Amaray case in there. There's a little 2-3 page booklet, reversible sleeve art, and there's the Blu-ray disc there. What's interesting about this is I bought this months and months and months ago, like pre-lockdown, maybe even like last year. Carol Baker's in this, so somebody might be, Elliot knows about Umberto Lenzi. You guys, Lenzi Baker collabs are so great. Actually, there's Sam's. Carol Baker, as far as if I'm understanding right, was like a big kind of Hollywood actress years ago, and then it was kind of her career is on the way out, and she starts doing these Italian movies. So interesting enough, I'm maybe a bit of a sneak peek into the channel. I'm supposed to be receiving a Carol Baker box set to review at some point. So that was kind of interesting when as I said, I bought this movie like months ago, and only recently watched it. This is a really cool. Do you know interesting about this as well? So there's Sam and Elliot. You guys will know. Isn't there another Lenzi film before Paranoia that's also called Paranoia? So there's kind of confusion over this. So this one is also known as. Sorry, I have it written down on a note over here. A Quiet Place to Kill. Some people might know this one as. I thought it was a really cool giallo kind of film. I'm not overly familiar with that stuff and that genre, so it was a cool first time watch for me. Nice transfer. There is there's some notes on here about the where is it, the remastered from an original 35mm negative, which is cool. I spoke about all that in a video recently. Those 4K remasters and stuff and restorations. So it was quite interesting, twists and turns and all that sort of stuff you would probably expect in a giallo. So that was the next one up that I watched, Paranoia. What else do we have here? I want to check I'm going to switch back to the chat for a second, make sure I'm not missing anything here. Oliver made it to the stream. Thanks, Oliver, for checking out the stream here tonight, the live stream, not the video. Check out Eyeball from Lenzi. Elliot saying, I'm not familiar with that at all. I think I only recently got a couple of other kind of Italian horror stuff, like Fulci stuff. I think The Beyond, and what was the other one? I got sent one to review. Well, I can't even remember now. A while back. It's gone out of my mind. I have Zombie Flesh Eaters as well on an old DVD. I actually had to buy it in the shop here because it was banned at the time. It was all kind of under the counter kind of business at the time for that one. And Zombie Holocaust, I think, another old Italian one I have on DVD as well. Oliver's saying there's too many sales going on. Yeah, he's about to spend another 150 on Amazon for Criterion. Yeah, madness. I have to. I don't know, of a couple of pre-orders happening at the moment. Sam is suggesting Orgasmo and So Sweet, So Perverse. Yeah. Paranoia is a bit of an average film. Yeah, it is. It's kind of, there's nothing too horror-y in there. Would I be right in saying that? It's just kind of like, actually, it's probably could give you guys the thing. It's a race car driver is invited to spend the weekend with her ex-husband and his new wife, and the two kind of plot to kill the husband, and twists and turns happen. Let's leave it at that. I don't want to spoil any more than that. Zombie Flesh Eaters is wild. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while yet. I need to I want to go back. There's just a lot of that DVD stuff I haven't watched in years, to be honest. Crazy stuff. I'm gonna switch back to the main one here. Next one up. Just we're only kind of about halfway through my list of films here for the watch list. Next one, I picked this up a while back. The Hitchcock, the 4K steelbook. Of Psycho. Really, really nice steelbook here. Inside of it, we have all the. We have a really cool picture of Anthony Perkins there. Sorry for the glare off the monitor there. Yes, this was a fantastic 4K restoration on this one. I know wasn't there issues with the mono track, I want to say, on that Hitchcock, like the box set that was kind of shaped like the house. And somebody had said to me straight away when I had a picture of this up, like, did you check the track? But my mono track was fine on this. And there's something about a black and white film. Looks kind of stunning in 4K. And I still fear, I said it, I made a video a while ago on the channel, way back, about like 5 films I wanted to go to 4K, and like Beetlejuice was one of them, and that came out only a while ago. Can't remember what the other one was. But the other ones, Almost Famous was another one. Creature from the Black Lagoon is one that was in that video, and I still firmly believe Universal should get on the ball with that, because these black and white movies look fantastic in 4K. Again, once they're done properly, you can check out my video explaining all that stuff. I have another weird one for you guys here. Zombie Flesh, the music and Zombie Flesh Eaters. Sam is saying, yeah, I haven't seen it in the longest time. I'm gonna have to like check that out. That's a cool. Oliver is saying, who has the 4K release of A Wonderful Life? Oh man, I can't remember what studio done that. You guys in the comments will know there. We didn't get it in work. We only got the Blu-ray in the shop in work. We don't sell a lot of 4K. There's not a huge market for 4K here at all, or at least the customers that come into us. Yeah, next one up here, and I'll kind of do a little halfway break going through these lists here. I put a picture of this up, as I was mentioned, on my Instagram and Twitter. You'll see them down along the bottom here on the screen. Rubber. This is the Quentin Dupuis movie. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I think Elliot, weren't you? You were commenting to me about this. Quentin Dupuis is the musician Mr. Oizo, I think is how you pronounce it. Flatbeat was the song I remember. Wasn't he like early 2000s, somewhere around there? This is like a wild, weird movie. This is like you see here in the cover, the best killer horror movie you'll ever see. It's so weird. There's like an audience of people like watching the tour. It's like watching the movie within the movie, if that makes sense. It's crazy. I think Quentin Dupuis, didn't he direct Wrong Cops as well? That was one of his movies, which is kind of weird and fantastic as well. This has a super cool soundtrack to it as well. I would recommend checking that one out as well. Yeah, Sam and Elliot. Yeah. This is it's crazy stuff. Absolutely, it's unbelievable. It has to be seen to be believed, kind of. So Rubber, that was the next one up that I watched here. So we're gonna jump back over to the chat here for a second. It's pronounced Wazo, Mr. Wazo. Cool. Thanks, Elliot. Yeah. Yeah, my 1 year of French is failing me desperately here on some of these names that we'd get on some movies here. I've done 3 years of Spanish as well, and all I think is "Hola, me llamo Rob." That's as much as I can remember about that one. Yeah, so we've about another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've another 7 movies to kind of talk to you guys here that I've watched recently for this episode of the watch list. Thanks, I really appreciate everybody checking out this live stream here. As I said, this is the first time I've tried one on my own. You guys be able to tell me if it's going pretty good or not. We have some cool stuff coming up here in the next half of this. I have another. I'm gonna throw up another screen at you guys here. I have had a t-shirt shop for like as far back as I can remember, and I don't really talk about it that much at all. So I have a little graphic here. You guys will see. I'm actually wearing one of the t-shirts now. Jamie Lee Curtis rules. You'll see a graphic there, directed by John Carpenter, in Court We Trust, presented in 70mm. I wear all these t-shirts on the channel here every now and again, and that's the link to the store. I've recently moved my store to this TeeSpring provider. Yeah, and I'm getting a better deal than I was off the previous provider. So yeah, you can check out some cool. I have a lot of like those movie related t-shirts, but I have a lot of projection related stuff as well. Obviously, you guys know I work in the cinema. So yeah, there's some cool kind of projection related stuff in there, like presented in 70mm 6-track. That's one of the best selling t-shirts I have. Directed by John Carpenter is a good selling one as well. Yeah, so you guys are saying, yeah, the live stream's gone good. Thanks, Elliot. Yeah, t-shirts are great. Yeah, there's a bunch of them there, and I have kind of some more designed up that I just haven't uploaded to the store yet. Like, the link is always in the description to the videos for the store. I think roughly these t-shirts are around like $19, €19. And I think I get like half of the money out of TeeSpring from this provider. My old shop, I wasn't getting anything near that. I think I was getting like $2 per t-shirt or something. I'll jump back into the chat here. Vanessa says she's planning to get a t-shirt at the end of this month, as soon as your credit card resets. Yeah, Vanessa, I can't with a credit card. I have my ATM card, and that's it. I had credit cards long ago and still paying off those debts. Can't get into that. T-shirts are great. Need to get one. Thanks, Oliver. Yeah, they're always there. There's no pressure. I don't want this to, shameless plug there, guys, with the t-shirt shop. Yeah, Sam wants to know when is Elliot launching his t-shirts, boutique Blu-rays. Yeah, we all need to. I think it was, I was watching one of it could have been Vanessa's live stream with Cinema Dave, where doesn't Cinema Dave always have what's his saying, like he's looking for an entry point into a director or an actor. I said in the comments to him, you should make a t-shirt with that, I'm looking for an entry point. I thought it'd be kind of funny. Yeah, so we'll jump. I will have I've set aside some time for some Q&A stuff at the end of this, so I'm going to just blast through the last bunch of these movies here, and let you guys know what I've been watching. The watch list. I didn't want to just do a random live stream where I have nothing to talk about, because that would have been super awkward for me. It's much easier to have movies to kind of pull up and talk about here. Next one. This was another one I bought in work, and you know what? I think I was. Sam, I have an upcoming episode of Inside My Movie Collection with Sam, film blogger Sam. Check out his channel if you haven't, guys. Where I was saying to Sam, I had this as one of my picks. I'm actually completely blank on what I was going to say there. I wanted to say this was like a first time watch for me, but it wasn't. As soon as I put the movie on, I realized it wasn't. This is now I'm going to butcher this name as well, guys. Louis Brunel, film by Louis Brunel, Belle de Jour, Catherine Deneuve. Brilliant movie. As soon as I put it on, I knew I had seen the start of this movie before, where they're in the horse and cart kind of thing and all that going on. I got really interested in Catherine Deneuve. I picked up a while back Repulsion, Roman Polanski's Repulsion. I thought she was really cool in that. And I just wanted to check this out. This is a big seller in work in the shop. This is a Studio Canal collection version. Now, I have a complaint about this, guys. I don't know if it's like a media book type thing, but it opens up and the book is in here. The booklet's kind of in the kind of case. But this Blu-ray, man, didn't Criterion do these? What are they called? Like the sticky dots? These things? This keeps falling out. And I think I mentioned that in the video with Sam. If I pull this off the shelf, the disc just goes on the floor, so I'm gonna have to figure out something about that. But this was a really, really brilliant movie. I really enjoyed it. Catherine Deneuve was fantastic in this. There's a flawless looking transfer on this Blu-ray, except for one or two kind of scene transitions. Otherwise, I had no complaints from me about this at all. It really, really looked fantastic. Belle de Jour, that was the next one up. Let me just check the chat here, guys, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oliver saying, Robbie, curious, what's your favorite boutique label? You know what, Elliot, sorry, Oliver. I go through kind of phases of buying stuff. Like I bought a bunch of Arrow stuff in an Arrow sale, and they were cool for a while. And Criterion like do some fantastic stuff. I have Arrow. I'm waiting on Crash 4K from Arrow is a pre-order. I have that secret Criterion pre-order on the way as well. Who else do I like? I do a lot of there's kind of boutique labels I work with doing reviews, like Second Sight Films and 101. Like the 101 Black Label releases are really nicely done with they have a slip and they have a booklet in there as well. Second Sight do some fantastic box sets. I'm impatiently awaiting my Dawn of the Dead 4K box set as well. On that one, so there I kind of dip in and out of a little bit of everything, Oliver, for the different boutique labels. What else am I missing here on the chat? Sorry guys, you guys are flying along here in the chat. It's really hard to keep up. You guys have, I mean, a couple of you have done live streams, have it? It's kind of, you're trying to like talk but you're trying to watch the chat as well. It's like two jobs at the same time. Yeah, interesting director. Studio Canal cases are bad. Yeah, yes, yeah, Elliot, they're really bad. And I want to say my Criterion, I imported All About Eve Criterion, and it was, I got the one with those little rubber dots. And luckily enough, I haven't had any issues with the All About Eve, but yeah, those, man, who designed those cases? It's an absolutely terrible idea. Stephen's just after jumping onto the live stream. Thanks for checking out the live stream, Stephen. Elliot said they released an upgrade since with a recent restoration. Oh, of Belle de Jour, have they? I'll have to check that out. Oliver's 101 has thinner cases. Yeah, Oliver, 101 do standard releases, standard movie releases, and then their black labels are the ones with the slip and the booklet and stuff in there. Another great Studio Canal release was Army of Shadows. Oliver says, I haven't heard of that one, Oliver. I will check that out. We'll jump back into a couple more movies here on the watch list, guys. I had like an unboxing / review of this on the channel. So you've probably seen it. The Back to the Future, the 4K trilogy. I got the Steelbook trilogy. I'm not going to take this out. I did like that they put these little kind of cardboard majigs in between each steelbook here. I'm always terrified of like wrecking my steelbooks, and I know I've seen a couple of you guys have on the channel that you get like the protective bags or something there, or sleeves or something for steelbooks, and I've never really looked into them. But I know our good friend Heat Cereal at Midnight, he had a whole video on this, but we got different artwork over here. I ordered this through Zavvi, UK Zavvi. So we got different artwork on the front at least. Can't recall about the back, but we don't have that really dodgy Photoshop looking Marty. We just have with the whole cast. I think the US release was 4K on these was unbelievable. I said that in the review I had on the channel here. There was only one scene in particular. I think, wasn't it, what did I say, it was Back to the Future 2 where Doc meets himself, and they've obviously just kind of, they've two 35mm scenes put together, and one of them was kind of jumpy up and down a little bit. That's just being really picky though, that's just being picky. There was absolutely nothing wrong with these 4K transfers at all. Film grain in there. When I done that video about the 4K restoration process and stuff on the channel here, and I had a couple of people kind of say to me about I was trying to use my experience as a projectionist to kind of explain and show the film and stuff in the video, and a lot of people think when they do a 4K restoration, Elliot, you'll know a lot about this as well. You're like the 4K master. Some people believe when you do a 4K restoration that it should be a smooth picture, no grain, and that's just not how it's supposed to look. When they were shot on film, it was shot on film, and that's how it would look. So these 4K restorations should come across like this is a brand new 35mm print being shown in a cinema for the first time with grain, not cleaned up, and what do they call it, like noise reduction and all this sort of stuff going on in the post-production on that. Of another one actually you guys might like here, next one up. I bought this the first week I was working in the shop, and I am like a year and a half, working in the shop now and work. I can't remember. An American lady came in and suggested this. She said it was one of the funniest films she ever saw. Eureka Masters of Cinema series. Now I only have a couple of these in the collection here. So I'm not too sure. You guys will probably be well more up on Masters of Cinema series than me. This is number 192, King of Hearts. French movie. Philippe de Broca. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. This lady came in and said this was one of the funniest movies she ever saw, and I kind of picked it up the first week I was in work, and it's taken me all this time until now to watch it. It has the slip, and probably has reversible sleeve art, does it? It doesn't. No, it actually has different artwork inside here compared to the slip, which is nice. We always like something different inside. Eureka Masters of Cinema, nice booklet in there. And some artwork. This is a dual format release, if I'm correct, is it? Yeah, Blu-ray and DVD. So there's just one disc, the Blu-ray disc in there. 1080p presentation from the Cohen Media Group 4K restoration, which is kind of interesting. So Eureka are kind of naming off the company that done the 4K restoration, which is, I kind of feel there is some labels in the UK where they kind of buy in masters from the US and they kind of put them out as their own releases. I guess not put them out as their own releases. I guess they're just not acknowledging that the master or the restoration or whatever is done by someone else, but they've done it on this King of Hearts here, Eureka. 4K restoration looks really cool on this one. It's about how can I kind of like talk about this without spoiling it? Latter part of World War One, Private Charles Plumpkin, Alan Bates plays him. He's chosen to go into the French town of Marville and disconnect a bomb that the German army has planted. I don't want to give away more than this. He finds himself like kind of some insane asylum. Inmates have escaped, let's say, and they believe him to be the King of Hearts. Let's leave it at that. It was quite funny. What would you guys think? Kind of like screwball comedy type stuff. What year was this? 66. And I did, I forgot to point out with Belle de Jour, I'm not like a huge subtitle movie guy, and I'm trying to kind of open myself up to some stuff here. So and I'm not hating them. I'm not hating those subtitled movies. So King of Hearts. I do check it out if you haven't seen this one. We're coming up onto the last one. These are actually last couple of stuff here. I'll blast through these real quick because I'm want to be conscious of time here, because you guys know from watching my videos I'll talk for hours and hours and hours if somebody doesn't stop me. So we've already been on 44 minutes at the moment. So these next couple of movies here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the last 4, guys. These were my Halloween. This is what I watched on Halloween. So I had a picture of this one up. First one I watched here was the classic. How could you not have zombie strippers? This is an absolutely terrible movie. I bought this years ago when I was working in another cinema out in Swords at the time, and HMV was still open. You guys in the UK will know HMV because you still have HMV. They used to do a 3 for 30 DVD. So this is a DVD with a slipcover, and it's nothing different inside. Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger himself is in here, and Jenna Jameson is in here as well. Who else is in here? Tito Ortiz is in here, UFC fans. Gargantuan Apple has just jumped into the chat there. Hey, thanks for checking out the live stream here. This is a terrible movie. It was in my list of to be watched, and absolutely terrible, atrocious special effects, visual effects in there. I can't really say more than that. 2000, somebody said 20 years old. 2008 this is. So it's like 12 years old. Madness, Zombie Strippers, terrible movie. Don't buy that one. That's a negative in here in the watch list. Next one up, I got this I probably mentioned a store in some videos here called Deals, kind of like a pound shop, I guess, and they kind of sell reconditioned, is that the right word? Like they're secondhand Blu-rays and DVDs, and they're kind of resealed and rewrapped in the shrink wrap. Red Riding Hood, I got the DVD ages ago. Amanda Seyfried, Gary Oldman for €2. bought this a long time back, and I kind of figured I like Amanda Seyfried, and Gary Oldman's pretty decent in here. Directed by Catherine Hardwicke, Twilight, isn't Catherine Hardwicke, you know, all those things. And I watched this on Halloween, and I felt it was very much like Twilight. I haven't seen any of the Twilights, so does that make sense? Like, is it like it just kind of felt like a Twilight-y, you know, the tweeny things. Is that what they call those movies? I ran all the Twilights on 35mm as a projectionist. But yeah, this, I didn't think much of this at all. I thought like the design of the, you know, the werewolf wasn't very good, like visual effects stuff. So they were too kind of like bummed out, man. They were, you know, Zombie Strippers and Red Riding. They were two terrible movies I watched. So then I capped off Halloween night with one of my kind of you know, this movie, the more I watch it, the more I really enjoy it. Halloween 2018. I have a couple of different versions here, but this is just the regular 4K and the slip. Nothing different underneath, just the same old. David Gordon Green, of course, directs this one. They got Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis back. Jamie Lee Curtis rules. Buy my t-shirts. Shameless plugs again. Yeah, they got Carpenter back. You know, the score is brilliant. I have the vinyls here behind me somewhere. Jamie Lee Curtis is awesome. They convinced her to come back, you know, for this trilogy. I really can't wait to see the next two movies of these, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Yeah, so this kind of wrapped up Halloween night. Really awesome. As I said, the more I watch it, the more I really like this one. And then the last one I watched was a Netflix one. I kind of don't really talk about streaming services an awful lot. I'm not hugely into streaming stuff. I kind of duck in and out of them every now and again if there's something I really want to watch. So I think Cinema Dave recommended this to me. The Trial of the Chicago 7 was a fantastic movie. Aaron Sorkin, wasn't it, wrote and direct that one. Super awesome movie. Sacha Baron Cohen is in there. You know, I guess we all know him from Borat and stuff like that, but he in a serious role, he's really quite good in that. Eddie Redmayne is in there as well. That judge, man, in that movie, if you guys have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, do check it out. It's on Netflix. It's a really fantastic movie. I think, I wouldn't be wrong in saying Aaron Sorkin done The Newsroom, that series. That was a brilliant, there was like 3 seasons of that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that was the last one here. I'm gonna bring back up the chat because I'm missing on a bunch of stuff here with you guys. Vanessa said, I love Gary Oldman, but I've not seen Red Riding Hood. You're not missing much, Vanessa. He's not in an awful lot. He's only in a couple of scenes. Oliver, can you recommend some cool coffee table books? And Elliot's saying check out a company called Taschen. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I think is that the German company, Elliot. I just got a Star Wars book from them. Guys, if you've seen my end of month haul, you would have seen a bunch of books in there. I have a lot of book reviews coming up in November on the channel here. I've recently done one. I have a book review going up tomorrow afternoon on my channel. That's the next book one. And I kind of maybe will have one a week for the rest of the month there. There's a bunch of stuff. How is the 4K transfer on Halloween 18? I've heard mixed things. Gargantuan Apple said yes. I dealt with this in, I don't mean to keep plugging this video, guys, but I did do a video on explaining the 4K restoration process. I'm just going to grab this real quick. I think I explained I think I explained it pretty decent in the video. Halloween 2018 was shot digitally, but it was shot at a 2.8K raw source camera. You know, the footage is only 2.8K, so the 4K disc is technically an upscale. It's 2.8K footage blown up to 4K. It still looks pretty cool on 4K. Like, it looks decent, but it's just from a technical point of view, it's not 4K. It's 2.8K blown up to 4K. But yeah, it looks pretty decent. I haven't watched Halloween 2018 on Blu-ray, so I can't compare Blu-ray to 4K on that one. Vanessa's saying, yeah, Taschen is great. Yeah, they have some good stuff. I'm only starting to work with them. Steven said, yeah, Transformers: A Visual History. I done an unboxing of that book ages ago here in the channel. If you go back and scroll way back to the start of the channel, there was like a deluxe edition with some art prints and stuff, like in a real kind of cool fancy box. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, you know, I was kind of like, I won't say, but the video going up the channel tomorrow afternoon is the Back to the Future, a visual history book. There's some cool stuff in that book. Check out that video, guys. They've really done some cool stuff. Insight Editions, I've worked with them before. What have I done on the channel here to do with them? Star Wars, that lightsaber book recently, that video done really well on the channel here, like 1,500 views or something like that. There was a Ghostbusters art book I done, Insight Editions as well, and a Batman, the definitive history book, way back at the start of the channel again. That'll be there. Stanley Kubrick Archives is wonderful. I haven't seen that book, Sam. I will have to check that out. Oliver, sounds like I need a bigger coffee table. Yeah, don't we all? I said at the start of the video, I just spent all day rearranging the books in where I shoot my YouTube videos with the Blu-rays behind me. Kind of right up above camera is like a whole kind of shelves of books, and you never hear them. Gargantuan Apple, yeah. Halloween was a 2K upscale, yeah. War of Planet of the Apes looked gorgeous. I'm not too sure of what War of Planet of the Apes was shot. If it was shot on 2.8K or higher. IMDb is your friend for all that sort of stuff. Yeah, Stephen, there's a few good ones like that. Batman is good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just looking at the time here, guys. There's we've about 8 or 9 minutes to kind of, we'll end up going an hour. I know everyone usually does an hour, so I'll stick to that. Does anybody have any questions they want to throw in here before we kind of wrap up? I just again, I really appreciate everybody checking out the video here. That's awesome. For my first live stream here, I may do some more of these if you guys think it's a good idea. I mean, I have a lot of the bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna mess with this camera. If I turn this way, this is all like kind of my film, projection stuff. I have a film bench, and that's a bunch of trailers all over there, and I have all that Batman stuff there. If that stuff is kind of something you might be interested in, as I try to fix my camera here, if some of that stuff you might be interested in talking in, I could come on and do a live stream about that, or a Q&A thing at some point as well. I know before, when I've tried to kind of marry the projection and the movie vault stuff together, sometimes a lot of people don't like that projection stuff. So I'm just kind of conscious of putting up videos that people don't want to watch, Oliver said I've also heard there's a 4K version of Frighteners coming. Hope that's true. Yes, I'm a big fan of the Frighteners, Oliver. Peter Jackson directed that one. Of course, Michael J. Fox is in there. Oh my God, I'm blanking what is the actor's name? He was in, oh my God, it's gone out of my mind altogether. In the Frighteners, yeah, that's cool. What might not look great on the 4K? The Frighteners is the special effects, the visual effects of some of that stuff doesn't hold up at all, which could look terrible. Did I hear something recently, guys, about maybe Blade going to 4K, the first Blade, which would be cool, except for those visual effects. I don't think that stuff's going to hold up going to 4K. It could look terrible. Oliver says he loves the live streams, keep them going. Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for checking it out. Gargantuan, definitely interested in checking out and learning more projection stuff. Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Thanks for checking out the live stream here. I don't have anything else to show you guys on this. We've kind of blasted through everything there. Just upcoming stuff on the channel, like I said. So I have that Back to the Future review, book review is tomorrow afternoon. Inside my movie collection, I have kind of I've been bulk shooting that episode. If you haven't seen that, it's a series I'm really enjoying doing. So I have a guest on. If you're not familiar, I have a guest come on, and I have a kind of a set list of questions where I talk to them about their movie collection to kind of see what they have in their collection and kind of get an insight into their movie collection. So yeah, I've been bulk shooting those. I kind of just grabbed everybody like now while I could. Yeah, so I have a whole load of those coming up. There's more reviews, all that sort of stuff. If you would like me to do like a live stream every so often, I wouldn't mind doing it again. I need something to talk to. I really need something to talk about. Doing these, because just coming on randomly, I don't think I could just make stuff up. Sam says successful first stream and enjoyed it. Thanks very much, Sam. Yeah, really appreciate it. Oliver, what's your favorite release of the last month so far? Probably of the last month or so, I would have to say, I'll grab it here again. Back to the Future 4K trilogy, 35th anniversary limited edition trilogy, to give it its full name. This, I got the steelbook one here. There is other versions of it out there, but I just this is the perfect example of doing a 4K restoration and doing it well. Paramount isn't, or Universal, apologies, Universal is Back to the Future. Once they do it well, it's awesome, and we all know about some of those 4Ks that just come out terrible. So really cool. That would be my pick of the last month. Elliot said, yeah, great first stream. Thanks, really appreciate it, Elliot. Thanks for coming on. Thanks everybody for coming on and wasting an hour to sit listening to me ramble on about the watch list here. Yeah, this was Watchlist episode 9. So yeah, I'm kind of I was trying to do these watchlist things. When I do the pre-recorded ones, that's just kind of, as I said at the start of the video. Actually, in case you guys missed out, I spoke on the watchlist videos before that I had a notebook of like. I showed it at the start, so if you missed it, I'll show it quickly here again. I have this Star Wars notebook. Every time I buy a movie, I write it in here. Here's the 4Ks, and then I scratch them off as I watch them. Here's the Blu-rays, more Blu-rays. So I'm kind of like making my way through my movie collection. I have a whole load of DVDs to watch here as well. So it just kind of gives me a purpose to watch stuff, because I want to watch stuff to make a watch list video here for you guys and kind of do them as like a review. I've been doing videos called Review Fest, where I'm kind of talking about more than one movie at a go in the video. So instead of just one movie, I'll try and cover a bunch of stuff. Oliver's jumping in. You and Elliot and the same should do a live stream together and talk about films. This would be great. Yes. Sam, sorry. Oh yeah, Oliver, sorry. Yeah. So me, Elliot, and Sam should do a live stream together talking about movies. Yes, me and Sam have done an Inside My Movie collection, which is coming up on my channel soon. I don't know if Sam is still here or not. I'm going to be doing something with Sam in the future. And Elliot, I'm going to be doing Inside My Movie collection with Elliot at some point. Everyone's kind of busy, so I'm just kind of waiting on. I mass email a bunch of people to do Inside My Movie collection, and I just wait on everyone to kind of get back to me. So that's kind of where I am with the movie collection stuff. But yeah, I'm up for doing anything with anybody at some point. Vanessa just said, I really enjoyed this. You should continue doing them. Yeah, I will like to try keep doing them. We're in lockdown over here, so we're in lockdown till the 1st of December, and I don't know if when my cinema work is going to open back up. So I'll just keep doing a bunch of videos until then. Elliot, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, Sam, I'd be too nervous to do a live stream. Yeah, I know. I am as well, Sam. But I thought I'd chance it this once and see how I get along. I didn't curse or anything in this, so all is good so far. Vanessa said you could talk about everything you bought or pre-ordered the previous week. Do you know what? I don't. Pre-orders. I'll quickly, before we kind of end here, because we're a minute away from an hour. Pre-order stuff I have. I've done a dead 4K. Obviously, I have pre-ordered. I have a Criterion I want to keep secret from you guys, because I'll do an unboxing that on the channel. What else do I have? My famous line here, guys, in the channel. I'm a big fan of John Carpenter. John Carpenter has narrated a documentary called The Rise of the Synths. It's about the rise of synthwave music and the synth scores that are coming in, the likes of Drive and Stranger Things and stuff. So Carpenter's narrated that. I have a pre-order on that. I think that pre-order stuff ended today. And check out The Rise of the Synths. Just Google that if you're interested in checking it out, because they have a Blu-ray, DVD and a VHS package. That's some pre-order stuff. Crash 4K is pre-ordered. I have a couple more stuff that's not like movie related pre-orders, but I don't think I could do a video every time, Vanessa, about when I pre-order stuff, because I'm just going to keep rambling about the same stuff over and over. Stephen, maybe do one on your music collection there. Yes, Stephen, I have a video on my channel, my entire vinyl collection. If you want to check that out, that's already on the channel. Yeah, this was really cool, guys. We've hit the hour mark here, so I'm going to end it here and not keep you guys all night here, watching me ramble on. As I said, I really appreciate everybody for checking out the live stream here. It's really cool. Hopefully I've got everybody in the chat and stuff doing it. It was really awesome. And yeah, as I said, we'll do another one again at some point. I'll let you guys know. And yeah, subscribe and all that stuff, all that good stuff to the channel. I really appreciate it. The channel's been growing a lot lately. It's been really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk